What is up, comic fans, comic nerds, all lovers of comics, all lovers of things that are just nerdy and weird? We hope you're having a good night tonight. We have a very special night tonight. We've got someone very special with us, a guest that's special, and we're really excited about this. So stick around, and here we go. So I hope everyone is doing well tonight. I'm going to go ahead and get my guest on the screen, and we'll let them kind of introduce them and start talking and get right into this. So let's see here. Let me go to my screens. There we go. We're going to do this. And
hello.
So tonight we have a very special guest with us, Gary B, the Casual Comic Guy. We've got my co-host on my channel, and that's RemyQStudios. And you are in for a treat tonight if you are watching. We're going to go ahead and go to the chat because I know there are people that are coming in and saying hello, and we want to recognize them for being on the channel tonight and watching Let's Talk About It. So right off the bat, we have Las Cruces 1971, and he didn't give us his normal hello from New Mexico. Oh, is this a different kind of day? Then we've got Nick's Kicks in Comics, says Ayo.
Hello.
And we have Chip Getler. For those of you that weren't watching the other night, Chip jumped on, and it was an elusive Chip sighting.
It was.
We have Tyler from Whack Comics. How you doing, Tyler? We have Slotted Up 503. Slotted Up, how's it going tonight? We have Comic A in the house. Let me get his name pulled back up here. I know I just passed it. There we go. We have Comic A.
Just in case people don't believe it. It happened. It was real.
Hey, we've got Rod the Rican in the house. What's up, Rod? How's it
Hey, Rod.
Glad to have you tonight. For those of you that missed his show last night, Lame or Frame,
it was all right.
Here. The champ is here. We have Dan Eckery. How's it going, Dan? And let me go through. I think that gets us caught up. So, how are you gentlemen doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic, man. Ready to chat.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. So, it's been a long week for me so far. Work has been crazy. The kids are anxious to get out for spring break, even though they just came back. Remy's flashing his stickers.
I have to do a sticker plug. You send me a sticker. I give you a sticker plug every live show.
I got new stickers coming. I got to send you some.
Gary, what did you say?
I said I got new stickers coming, a couple different new designs. I got to send you some.
There you go.
Yes.
I owe DJ Link some stickers too.
They will definitely make some appearances. I guarantee you that. So I think we had a few more come in. We've got Soul Twice. Soul Twice, you're going to hear your name tonight. We have, hold on, let me see if I can do it. Freaky Louie. And then we've got Shop for Comics. How's everybody doing? Rod says he got his DJ Link stickers today. So it's been, like I said, an eventful week. Anything exciting happening your guys' way?
Then I opened a Fletch Comics box, which was a fantastic box. A lot of good oldies in it. I put that up today. $40 box. It had almost $80 in value, so I'm super happy with that box.
Nice.
A lot of Flash 199, Avenging Spider-Man 10, just Captain America 170. A lot of good oldness. And this week coming up, you can catch me and Jimmy from Small Town Collectibles on Rigged. We got to follow up DJ and Remy, so that's not really fair, but we'll do our best.
Now,
I don't have any tinfoil hats to wear, so I have to come up with something else.
Now, did I hear right that you are going to be on 3 Up, 3 Down as well?
Yes, I'm trying hard. I'm on call those days. I'm hoping I don't get called away to work. I might shut the phone off and make whoever it is wait an hour.
I think that would be something a lot of people would be interested in seeing is Gary B on 3 Up, 3 Down. The first episode was phenomenal. And our co-host over here, he was on it.
Oh, I watched. I was there live.
Yeah. I had to see the rewind because I was out with family when he aired that. And I had my phone out on the down low at the table. And I was looking down, but I couldn't pay attention to it. So I had to go back and watch the rewind. So today's new comic book day. Did any of you, either one of you get any new books today other than the mystery box?
Oh, I got a bunch. The gem, are we showing them or?
Sure.
Go for it.
Let me grab them real quick then.
I got a new slab today.
Uh-oh.
Oh, lead with your slab. Nice. Oh, yeah. I just watched that on the other show. Good plug.
For like a millisecond, you had me. I was like, no,
me
you didn't.
All right, so we got
That's pretty good looking. Wow.
Glow in the Dark Noctera. I had to get some more covers. We got Cult of Dracula.
Have you started reading that one yet?
Not yet. I've been busy today, so I was able to get the comics, get home. I had to shoot 2 videos before getting on here. This is the 1 in 10 Noctera. The second printing. So I think I have all the covers they've come out with. Crossover 5. Giga, number 3. If you guys aren't reading this is a great read. Not for kids, though, but a great read. So, of course, most people that know me know I'm a huge Dazzler fan. So I had to get Witch Blood number 1, the Dazzler homage cover.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's awesome.
Of course, Avengers, Curse of the Man Thing. Who doesn't like a good man thing? But
yeah.
And we got the Silk Jen Bartel variant. Just beautiful. We got the Black Cat Jen Bartel. And, of course, a couple more Black Cats. One of my favorite characters is Felicia Hardy in a series that people don't pay enough attention to. It's really good. Yeah. Silk.
I love that Silk cover. That is one of my favorite.
It's a beauty.
Yeah.
And this one, too, I love.
Yeah.
Then, of course, I think everyone got Beta Ray Bill this week.
Yeah.
And then I love this Captain Britain cover, Union Jack, whatever he's going by right now, but just a beautiful Union cover. But that was it. A light week, just a lot of variant covers.
I thought about starting the U.S. Agent series. I didn't start it when it came out just because I've never been super interested in U.S. Agent. But I've heard kind of mixed reviews about it. Have you read any of it?
The U.S. Agent, I haven't. I've never been a fan of his. I mean, he's fine in the Falcon and Winter Soldier show. It's cool to see Kurt Russell's son playing him.
Yeah.
And but as far as in the comics, John Walker was never a character I cared about.
Now, to be honest with you, the first time they showed him on the first episode, I thought this guy looks dopey. I mean,
I think they did that on purpose, though. I think they purposely went with that angle to throw you off.
Yeah.
And did you see the up memes with him, with the up guy with the helmet? So funny. So accurate.
Yeah. Remy, did you get any new books today?
I did not. I wasn't able to make it out today. Yeah, I tried, and unfortunately, work said no. And after work, I was rushing home, so I didn't. Unfortunately, I'm hoping that there'll be something left tomorrow. But luckily, the local shop that I go to is they stay pretty well stocked. So
yeah. Well, I didn't get any new books yet for this week. However, I did get 2 new books to me. And if you saw my Instagram story, then you know, or my Instagram latest Instagram post, you know that I had a mishap with the USPS today, and they wrecked the boxes that I put out or I got in the mail. Luckily, the books came in unharmed, but I did pick up the Virgin cover of Berserker #1. I think this is the 1 in 25.
Nice.
You gonna grade that?
I'm considering it. I haven't pulled it out of the bag yet just to see that if it's all okay. But I mean, it looks pretty clean. And then I got, pardon me, I got Something Is Killing the Children, the Frisson cover for #11. Again, I'm excited about starting this series. I got #1. I read it and I'm already hooked. I'm having a hard time deciding if I want to be more hooked on that or if I want to be hooked on Maniac in New York, because right now I'm torn. I'm torn between the two of them.
Got a question
between that or Maniac?
Yeah, Legion of Comics. Gary, do you read the Sumerian from? I do read it, Mark. I've been disappointed in every iteration of it so far. For the republications that they are, and they're billing themselves as a more mature R-rated barbarian title, and all their adaptations have been off. They don't ring true. See, they make the key mistake of including the original story in the back. Well, if you're not going to adapt the story that you're including in the back accurately, then don't put the story in the back. And their adaptations have been all over the place. The art has been subpar. And they're changing things that don't make sense to change. When you can read it there and it reads fine, and then you change it in your comic, like the Frost Giant's daughter, when Conan's fighting the 2 Frost Giants, in every iteration of that book, and in the Howard original, he's fighting 2 giant, like Norse god dudes, and then they change them into bears. Why? Why do they got to be giant bears? It made no sense. And then they just added a bunch of stuff to make it more mature that doesn't add to the story at all. So every single one of the Ablaze adaptations has been a miss for me.
I think that's a perfect answer for that question, because I've heard people rave about Sumerian, and I've heard people that are not happy with it at all.
Well, I think the people that are raving about it never read the original material, or they just like that these guys are doing this pretend edgy thing, but it's not edgy. And the Frost Giant's daughter was just full of a bunch of stuff that was just R-rated fluff for no reason. Didn't add to the story, dragged the story out, and it just didn't work.
See, this is why I like Gary. He gives you the honest, real opinion, and I love that. He's not going to tell you this book is good if behind the board he's going, it sucks.
But see, and I want to love those series so bad because it's Conan. I want to love them, so I'm going into each series from Ablaze with the best expectations and just keep getting let down by them.
Yeah,
and none of their adaptations have been anything near the quality of Roy Thomas when Roy Thomas adapted them. Roy Thomas is the master at adaptation. He can take something, adapt it, and it has the original feel of the written word perfectly. Even if he changes something, it doesn't take away from what the core of the story is.
And I think that's the problem with a lot of stories that they try to put out now. They start strong, and then they just kind of string you along midway through it, and then by the end they're going, "Oh yeah, we started with something good. Let's go back to it."
Right.
I like getting to the point.
No, same here. Well, and if what you're adding adds to the story, fine. But when it's just, it feels like it's in there to appeal to 16-year-old boys that just want R-rated stuff, not to the true reader who wants just a good story.
Very good point. See, Legion of Comics says the Frost Giant's daughter was weak, but the rest I liked a lot.
I'm glad they're working for you, Mark. They've been a miss for me, especially Red Nails, which is one of the best Robert E. Howard stories written. I've read it a couple times already again this year. I read the Howards every year over and over again. Such a great tale. And what they did with that adaptation is they took key plot points in that story, which you could go back and read it in their comic because they include the original material, and they changed it and they left things out, and it completely ruined the story for me because they didn't follow the story. They just changed this, changed that, and then they'll put in something that sounds like modern slang, and it takes you right out of the time period you're supposed to be in.
Yeah. Looking to see if anybody else. Chip Getler says, Gary, the no punches pulled comic guy.
I'm casual, but I'm honest. Brutally honest, but while being casual.
Casual, but I'm honest. That's awesome. That's a shirt right there. You need to put that slogan on something.
Right?
So, Gary, I think a lot of people are here to hear. I mean, they're here for you to hear you talk and not to hear Jeremy and I ramble. Not that we did. Did we do that, Jeremy? Did we ramble?
Not yet. No, I haven't even started yet.
We'll get there.
Gary,
So,
what is best in life? Yes, yes, yes. If I had to ask one question, that's what it would be. Yeah.
So, Gary, tell us about the inspiration for your Grow Together, because I know there's got to be some kind of story or something behind it that made you go, we need this.
It was a lightning bolt moment, but it was a lightning bolt moment created by a bunch of different things coming together, right? So shout outs are nothing new in the community. You have people like Roger over at Metarog, Rod at Just a Weekend, Wink Inc., Alex over on his channel, always shouting out people, always trying to push for subs and help people out. And what I found with those subs, and you can see it across the board, people that are getting subbed, people are giving out, and you as well, Remy Q. I didn't mean to leave you out, buddy. Trying to push and help people out. But the problem with that is, say I shouted out Remy Q and he gained 12 subscribers off that one shout out. The next morning he wakes up, 6 or 7 of them have already unsubscribed because the reason they subscribed was to win a prize or just to get their name out there, notice, and try to get a sub themselves. So it was, I wanted to come up with something that was more sticky. And so watching Iron Man, as you may do, it gets to the end of the Iron Man movie, and you have Sam Jackson come out with, I had an idea, the Avengers Initiative. And then Grow Together popped in my head. And Grow Together comes from the usual suspects. So me, Jason, and Jimmy, since we became friends on YouTube, because we were just supporting each other's channel when we were super small. Not that I'm big now, but we were super small. And we were watching each other's channel and chatting. We became really good friends. And the whole thing that between us three was we're going to grow together. If one of us is skyrocketing, we're going to try to bring the other ones with us. And so you had that mix of the three things. You had all these people doing great things with shout outs in the community, but they weren't sticking. I had the Grow Together stuck in my head from knowing great gentlemen like Jimmy and Jason, right? You can't ask for two better guys to fall in with. They're just phenomenal people. And then you had all these other great people in the community trying to do shout outs, but it seemed like it had to be fine-tuned. And I didn't expect it to catch on. I was trying to change something up for my channel to make what I was doing more effective. And I'm like, well, if we involve all the other channels and they're subbing channels, they're less likely to drop that sub the next day, and it'll stay and help that channel. Now, you guys all know everyone here is over 300, 400 subs. Everyone that subbed you can't watch that many videos in a day, in a week. You can't do it, right? But what you can do, and what's easy to do, is hit that sub button and leave it there. At least that helps. And you're going to have your favorite channels you watch, your favorite channels you support. And every once in a while, you can check out some of the other channels that you don't get to see as often. But there's no way all of us can watch everybody. Everyone that's subbed to me, I don't expect to watch my videos every day, especially since I'm a maniac at putting out content for some reason. But that's where it grew from. And I am totally flabbergasted and completely surprised that it just caught on like it did. This is not anything I expected. I was just trying to come up with something better. than throwing 10 subs at somebody and then half those people unsub them the next day.
Tyler says he can watch them all. Do not challenge me.
The gauntlet has been thrown down, Tyler.
I mean, and I agree. And we were actually talking about that before we came on. And I'm not gonna try to steal any of your thunder because I know you had somebody in mind that you wanted to talk about. But it is a common occurrence where you gain a few and then you get up the next day and boom, they're gone.
Right.
Because when I was doing my 300 subscriber giveaway, I told Jeremy the night I hit it, or Remy, I was like, dude, I hit 300. And then I messaged him back like 20 minutes later, and I was like, well, I'm at 298. And
and
then
like, maybe we should wait until you're over a little bit.
Right. Yeah, when you do those things, you got to sustain it for a week, I think, at least. You want to hit the 306, 306, or whatever your mile marker is. You want to go 6 or 7 over that and hope that you don't lose that.
And here's a good comment. Mastodon Comics, by the way, hello. Welcome to the show. He says, I got to say what you guys are doing is so awesome. There are so many on here busting their humps all the time that deserve attention. And I think you are absolutely correct in that. There are people that put out content, and that's one thing that I told Jeremy when we started this. When we started doing Let's Talk About It, I was like, it's bad that you go to some of these channels, like for instance, Chip Gettler has some amazing content, and he's sitting at 100 subscribers, and you're going, how in the world is that even possible? It's almost criminal. And you're going, they're focused on putting out good content. They're also editing their videos. They're obviously spending time with their, I don't know how to put it in another term, but like a child, and they're trying to help it grow. And I love the fact that you did this, because it's almost like it has breathed a new breath of life into the community, where you see people wanting to help other people, and they're like, let's do this, walk down this road together. And I love that.
Well, and that's the thing about this community too, is I would say on YouTube, this collecting community is probably the most embracing, most welcoming community you can be a part of. You don't see this in other communities. You see people going against each other, trying to get subs by tearing down somebody else. And in the comic community, the pop collecting community, whatever, the collecting community is really supportive of one another. It's a really big strength of the community, and it's just it's incredible.
It is. It's a great ride, and I told Jeremy will tell you. Before I came into the comic community, I had collected comics before, but I never thought about doing YouTube with comics. And I started my channel off, it was a sports card channel. I had collected sport cards my whole life. And I know more about sports cards than probably I do about comics, which I consider I know a pretty good amount about comic books. But the sports card community, and not knocking anybody that collects sports cards, but I'm in a Facebook group, a couple of sports card Facebook groups where I used to collect, and I see their posts come up, and it's almost toxic reading it. You're like, why are they like that to each other? People calling each other out over prices they want to ask, and I'm like, I'm so glad that I left that whole aspect of collecting. And I have this now, because I mean, I've met really good friends over comics. Remy is a good example. We met over a Facebook post that he put on Marketplace. I know that sounds like a awful, like, Match.com story, but
serendipity.
Yeah. But we started talking, and that's how we met up for our first time.
Absolutely.
He helped me and my mother-in-law and my wife do a food bank, and he didn't have to show up, but he did. And of course, I was like, okay, we can't do this without going to look for comics. And we met.
Yeah.
Right. Looking for comics is awesome, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and Gary, for real, I mean, because obviously, there was, I contacted you about the Grow Together because I was really excited about it, and that's something that, the second that I heard about it and then saw your video on it, and then it clicked where I was like, this is going to be huge. Like I had a feeling like this was going to be something really, really big. But that aside, I mean, you were doing shout outs. I remember you doing a shout out for me when I had first started. And I mean, it was like way back because I think Gray Man gave me a shout out first. And I want to say you were probably second on there. Now, Chris was the one who had got me into YouTube. So he was, throwing out RemyQStudios for a while. But I do remember Gary B throwing out a check out RemyQStudios and couldn't believe it. I was just like, my mind was blown because somebody had commented on it that you had sent them to the channel. And so that's when I went over, and I want to say that's how I discovered you and Slotted Up and Small Town and like that whole group, because it was crazy the way that kind of unfolded. So, that was something that, it's, I know that there's a lot of talk about it now, but it's something that you've been doing for a long time, and it's cool. I know that it meant a lot to me hearing that from folks, when they're trying to give you a shout out, because it's something, it's some validation before you have the validation, I guess. I mean, like the fact that you're recognized in the community, that's a big deal. And the thing is people are doing that. And I mean, the channels, when they're starting out, some of them are doing some phenomenal stuff. And it's like, you have to break through the numbers in order to start seeing them. And so when you discover some of these channels, it's really exciting. And so that's what's really cool.
Well, I mean, even Cardboard Crazies, your channel, I didn't really know about till like a week and a half ago. And I found you through Jason.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, good. Another old dude talking comics. Let's do it.
Not to mention his thumbnail for the picture he posted on Instagram was spot on.
Oh, he's the thumbnail master, Jason.
I told my wife, I was like, this is the cleverest thing ever. Somebody took 4 of our faces and put it on the Grown Ups movie poster. And she said that fits for you because you love that movie. I said, you're absolutely right.
Oh, I love that movie too.
It's a funny movie. So I guess my next question to you is, where do you see this going, or do you have a vision for where this goes?
I didn't have a vision for it going this far, or for any of the attention it's garnered, but I like that everyone's using the hashtag grow together, because if somebody puts that into the YouTube, it's going to bring up all our videos together, right? As a community, everyone that has a hashtag grow together in their description or whatever, it's going to bring attention to your video. So I'm hoping, since it started doing something, that what it's going to do is help make the comic community on YouTube one of the strongest communities there is, and more gelled, where you're going to see less other channels attacking other channels or being slight or being a little, and I just, like when I started my channel was my kids growing up on YouTube. Well, if my kid's going to do YouTube, I bet as a parent, I better learn the ins and outs of YouTube and what's safe and what's not safe for them. I didn't plan on having a YouTube channel. I planned to try it. I thought, hey, if I ever get 6 people watching me, I'll be doing great. And, I'm just an old nobody talking comic books, but I wanted to know what the safety things were for my child. And I never expected to make friends like Jason, like Jamie, like everybody else in the community that I've met. I never expected to be embraced into the community like I have. And that's what I'm like, oh, well, people are really accepting. I got to shout out other channels and grow them. And there's people out there that their production value is so amazing. I'm the moron shooting it on my phone going, hey, look what I got, and I'm not doing anything special. There's so many other people doing better things out there than me. Like you were saying, like Chip Getler and stuff, and just production value is incredible. But I can see this bringing everyone under the same umbrella and making it so there's not going to be any negativity. And, we've had new channels now that we've helped grow really quick, like Chips, like Nick's, Kicks and Comics, channels that are great. Like the 3 Silver Age guys that I really enjoy. You got, I call them the Whiz Kids. You got Angelo the Comic Guy. You got Caps on Comics. You have Jerry the Jitterbug. Very niche content, but it's good content. And then you can get eyes on them for people that are all about that crowd who might not see them, because when I started out, most of the people I found by accident. Well, what if we can kind of take the accident out of that and kind of lead people where their interests lie, and they can support channels that deserve the support that aren't being seen. So I'm hoping that's what's going to happen.
Now, have you ever watched, I think his name is Silver Age Dave?
I think I subbed to him, but I haven't got to check out a bunch of his content yet.
He posts some really, and a lot of his are very simply shot. They're shot from, I guess, his comic room, and he talks about pickups and some of his different books he has. If you haven't ever watched Silver Age Dave, even if you're in the chat, I would suggest watching some of his stuff. When I first got back into comics, I watched, it was him and Comic Fu, and who else was it? There was one other one. I'm not recalling off the top of my head who it was that I watched, but those 3 that I watched were such a big influence, because I'm seeing them do this, and I'm like, talking about comics to a camera,
and they're having fun.
Yeah, I mean, how much cooler could that? You're talking about something you love, and so I was like, I'm going to give it a try. So I guess they say the rest is history.
And I do got to mention one person, the person who gave me my first shout out on YouTube. This is when I was at 5 subscribers, and that was Stevie B Comics.
Stevie B, he's another one.
He's shouted me out twice. He gave me my first bump. He, I don't know how he found me. I don't know where I turned up in his search engine, but he gave me my first bump, and he shouted me out, and he got me going. So I'm always gonna be thankful to Stevie B. Another great guy, another old guy like us talking books, but he does shout outs all the time, and that's where I started him. I'm like, someone shouted me out at 5 subscribers. Well, I got to pay it forward.
Now, Stevie B, I know him, and he does not like Peach Momoko at all.
but he does like Valiant,
yes,
quite a bit,
and Super Sons. Who would have ever thought there would be a Super Sons fan?
Right? I was surprised at that too. I'm like, oh, that's who's buying them.
Yep. Oh, but his videos are fun to watch, because he'll tell you if your mystery box is dirt, he puts it through the ringer, and he'll tell you straight up, I don't think I got my money back here. Probably won't be buying that one again.
Right. And he tries some oddball boxes too that you've never heard of.
Now, of course, there's the Comic Vantage box that he buys all the time, but he tries some really off the wall boxes.
Now, on my original Grow Together video, my giveaway is almost there. I got 3 channels that got to meet their mark now, and if you guys would indulge me, I'd like to shout them out real quick.
Absolutely. That's where we're headed to.
You're talking about cards earlier. If you want a good, positive card channel that is all about positivity and there's no negativity on this channel, you need to sub up PSA Tendencies by Sith Lordley. A great channel. They open cards, him, Nola Comics, a bunch of guys, and they just have fun with it, and they talk about them, and there's nothing negative ever. They're 6 away from their 100 subscriber mark. So PSA 10, it's PSA 10, number 10, Tendencies, and great channel. 7 away from their 100 mark, which is what I set them at on my channel. We got Jimmy from Small Town Collectibles, who needs 1 sub for 600. If we could at least get Jimmy 5-6 more subs and get him over that 600 mark, that goal is met. And then we got Slotted Up 503, who is criminally undersubbed. He needs, I think, 13 more to hit his 450. And this is a dude that should be at 600 by now. But those 3 and my subs are complete, and that package I showed will be going out to a lucky winner. And I can't imagine anyone subbing to these 3 guys with the personalities they have and not loving their content.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I donated a slab to that as well, sir. So I think 2 weeks ago. So for actually all the usual suspects, and then the Comics Lounge and Nick's Kicks and Comics. So when you guys do your giveaways, I'm going to give away a slab to the winner.
Oh, nice. Well, thank you. Very generous of you.
Just to sweeten the pot a little bit. I still need to do my hashtag grow together, but I figure for those.
You saying I don't have a sweet pot?
No. Yeah, I figure once those 5 channels get there, everybody hits their mark, then we'll give out a slab to each one of those winners as well.
And that's another thing. Like, I'm seeing tons of people in the community posting the Grow Together videos. I know DJ Links has done one, Whack Comics has done one, Nick's Kicks and Comics did one, and I'm just naming them off the top of my head. I put one out last week, and it was this week. My days are running together. So,
Sorry, I'm reading Slotted Up's comment.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah. There's not a comment that slides in like that's not going to draw attention. But it's awesome seeing all the videos pop up. I think somebody said earlier that the Grow Together hashtag had 318,000 mentions now.
Really? Holy cow.
Yeah.
And Comic Burrito. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. You're good.
The Comic Burrito, they've been doing a great thing, man. Over there, they've been tagging me whenever they find a new Grow Together video. They tag me and let me know it's out there, and I go check it out and thank them for joining the initiative. So if any of you see anything new, please feel free to tag me on Instagram so I can go thank them for being a part of a positivity movement here in our community.
Yeah. Let's see here. Shattered Comics and Reviews said we all need to. Oh, I lost it. We all need to do one. It's working.
Yeah, absolutely.
I totally just keep your toes out of it.
And if anyone tags my original video, I appreciate it.
Yeah, somebody tagged the original Grow Together video.
I want to say they did earlier. Yeah, they might have, but yeah, certainly do it again. But
because then I got a whole nother group of people that I wanted. I'll do another Grow Together video after this goal's met. Because I got great channels out there that I want to promote. Like Varangian Vigilante over there. He's almost to 500. He's at like 483 or something. Fantastic channel. He's a historian, super knowledgeable guy. And he's not afraid to tell it like it is. He'll drop the F-bomb every couple words. He doesn't care. And what a supporter, man. He is a fantastic individual. Probably another guy that's become a really close friend of mine. We've already sent each other AOKs overseas because he's in Austria.
Okay. So, I gotta ask one question. When you're watching videos, are you more often drawn to the mystery box kind of video, or are you drawn to one where people are going, I picked this up? Because I can tell you my favorite video to watch is where people they buy collections. Let's see here. Very Gary Comics. I love his videos where he puts out the collection that he's bought and he goes through it and you kind of see, what other people had. I love that aspect of comic hunting, seeing what other people had in their collections.
I would love to do that myself if I could afford to buy collections.
Yeah, same here.
Those videos are awesome because it's great, right? It's the reason we go to comic stores, right? We're looking through the long boxes. We're trying to find that one gold book that somebody overlooked.
Yeah.
You know? And unfortunately, I can't do that too much where I go because he's a buddy of mine and I help him out. So if I find something he doesn't know about, I bring it up and go, look, dude, you should be charging $40 for this. It should be in the dollar bin. I mean, but if you want to sell it for $1, I'm here for you. But yeah, so and honestly, but I mean that's the hunt, right? I mean that's the great thing about those videos. They give you that part of the hunt, which is all collectors love the hunt. It's the funnest part of the hobby.
I think that's why I like going to Edward McKay so much, because it's almost like they just slap a price sticker on the bag of a book and they put it in a box and they're like, go to town.
Yeah.
Because I mean that's where I found my X-Force or X Factor 24 first appearance of Archangel. I got it for 99 cents. And
nice.
It is a beautiful copy. I guarantee you all day long, 9294. And I'm sitting there, I'm frozen because I pull it out and I'm like, this can't be true believers. But no, it's the copy, and I'm going, oh my goodness. So, and then Remy's there. The time I'm actually talking about when we went after we worked at the food pantry, and finds the first appearance of was it the Baby Cable, or was it was one of the
X-Men annual. That was the X-Men annual that I found.
Yeah.
Oh, X-Men annual 14.
Yeah.
First Remy LeBeau.
Yeah, first Remy LeBeau. So I mean, and he got it for what, $1.25?
$1.25, yeah.
And it's nuts because we're going, who puts this stuff in here at these prices? And then Louis, yeah. And then Freaky Louis is over here finding dollar bin stuff all the time that we're going, well, how do you find this stuff? But I know I got kind of sidetracked, but like, I don't know. Do you have a favorite type of video to watch? Whether it's unboxings or.
I do enjoy unboxings. They do get kind of old. I prefer to watch people talking about books they love. Overall, that's probably why I like the Silver Age guys some too, because they're just showing you something that's near and dear to their heart, you know. But so if someone's talking about books they love and their niche, like I was saying with Range and Vigilante, he's a fellow Robert E. Howard head like me, right? And he loves the world. Now listening to him talk about Conan and Red Sonja, I hear that in a different level. Listening to somebody like you were talking about Very Gary, when Very Gary talks about Fantastic Four, that's a lot of fun because he's really into Fantastic Four. So I do like the unboxings. There's the ooh element of what did they get. So those are always fun. But I think the most fun I have is when someone's talking about a book they really love. And like or even like when Jason got that gift from his wife and it was that Joker cover. The one, you know which one I'm talking about. I can't remember the name of the artist right now. Those are the best, man. When someone's just talking about a book that connects to them personally, it's fantastic.
Yeah, totally agree.
Or Remy and the Defenders.
Yeah,
this is the Conan book that I'm looking for. 186.
Oh yeah, I got it. That's a great cover too.
Or Silver Surfer #4. I've heard that mentioned multiple times talking to Remy.
Remy, you froze? Okay.
It looks like
what is it about that issue you like, Remy, or you need? Oh, I think we lost him.
Uh-oh. We still see the blur of Conan, but Remy is frozen.
But because I might be able to get that book for him. If I have an extra, I'll send it his way.
He may be frozen. If he is, he'll jump right back in. He's good about doing that. Let's see here. Let's see what we got going on in the comments while we're waiting on Remy to come back.
Shop for Comics. Gary, how close are you to completing your run? I am one issue away from completing my Conan the Barbarian, the first series run. That's all 275 issues, 12 annuals, and 5 giant size. I need one issue. So it's gonna be a great feeling when I complete it.
That's impressive.
And I started up in 2019, so I've acquired all that in 2 years.
Tyler says Remy just really wants us to see that book. Held it perfectly still. Yeah. So you a big fan of like the Barry Windsor Smith Conan art?
Love it. And well, I'm an equal fan of Barry Windsor Smith and of John Buscema. Two very different John Conans. Both are absolutely fitting because the Barry Windsor Smith Conan is like the younger years of Conan, and that's how the younger stories are written, where they're looking like that. Very lithe, very savage, but life. And then the John Buscema Conan is Conan a little bit later in life. Once he's really filled out and he's going. Both are accurate depictions, and both are fantastic. Remy, what is it about that Conan issue that is you're looking for? Does that complete a run for you or something? Or
that's from my childhood.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I'll look.
I had Infinity Crisis. I had the Infinity Crisis on Earth, like a bunch of them. Some Daredevil, some Batman, and I had a couple Conan books. But that one in particular, that was one that I traced the cover of so much that the teeth had little like etch marks in it and everything. It was the coolest cover. And I mean, I remember like
awesome cover.
Because I was a fan of the movie, and I mean, but I was little, you know what I mean? But I mean, that thing, that particular one, like I've gone through and like the Daredevil books I had a couple Daredevil books, and I've gone back and found them now. And it's like the new thing that I've been like hunting down. And it's crazy because like, as I think about it, I start remembering these books that I had when I was very, very young, and we don't even know where they came from. Like, I don't know if it was an uncle or a family friend or what, but that was a book that I probably, honestly, it might even be like folded somewhere at my mom's house, but I want to get another copy of it. So
send it to me on Instagram.
I figured you probably had it anyways, but just I had that up because I was like, if we're talking Conan, that book in particular is like very special to me, just that particular issue. But
and I'll see if I have a double of it. If I have a double of it, I'll send you one. If not, I'm pretty sure I can find you one at my LCS.
You're fine. I need to hunt one down. Again, thinking of Conan. I was thinking about Conan beforehand. And
it's only like a $5 book. It's just a great book.
It just like I said, that cover, it always like blew my mind. I thought that was the coolest thing. He's sitting there opening up the jaws, and there's a girl behind him swimming up, and I'm like, dude, this is awesome.
Oh, it is. That whole first run had some of the best covers you'll ever see in comics.
Absolutely. I was really interested because Ken's comic book channel, he got done doing the UK Avengers run over the last year, and the Avengers had Conan in it, so it was like the Avengers and Conan, and it was really cool because there were some classic covers where they just stuck him on there and added
and
him.
It's awesome. And I see those on Brandy's channel. Like, who would put the Avengers and Conan in the same comic together?
It's
awesome.
Did it. Yeah.
And I like that about the foreign ones too. When you see them color it differently because they don't have they're not given what the color should be. Mm-hmm. So you see a Red Sonja book and she has blonde hair. I'm like, did they not see the red in the title?
So Jeremy, do you have any shout outs for tonight?
Actually I don't. I mean, I have the usual shout outs that I've been shouting out. Again, I was trying to get my Grow Together video together, so I need to get that together, patched together before I do some more shout outs.
Okay.
If you had to shout out though.
I do. So I'm going to shout out somebody that actually watched, I believe, last week's episode and then got in touch with me. Yeah, it was last week's episode because they wanted to talk to DJ too. But there is, I don't know if they're still here. Yeah, they are. Just commented a few seconds ago. But Soul Twice. If one of my mods can link up Soul Twice, his channel. Soul Twice contacted me after the live stream last week on Let's Talk About It and was like, hey, I want to send you something. And I was like, okay, that's cool. And so he goes to tell me that he likes to draw characters, but he likes to draw them chibi form. And that's kind of like I really don't even know how to explain what chibi is, but in the mail today, I got home and I was telling Remy and Gary before we came on, my mailman was a complete jerk today and threw my packages on the front step of my house instead of putting it on the porch, and they got wet. But everything turned out okay. But Soul Twice is going to be my shout out for the night, and this is the sticker that Soul Twice sent.
Sweet sticker.
Yeah, it is. Love that. And Jeremy can't hold this up because he doesn't have this one yet. And then he sent a drawing to me of one of my all-time favorite characters, Ghost Rider.
Oh, Ghost Rider, nice.
And this is actually going to go on my wall. My wall behind the camera, I've got a bunch of prints, and then I've got a couple of Ghost Riders. One was done by Kevin from Superpower Review, and then the other one was done by somebody at Raleigh Comic-Con. But this will go up there with those. I really appreciate it. He does that. I know that he sells them. I think they're like, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think they're $12.50, something like that. I had the package, but it got wet.
They're 15 a piece.
Okay, so if you buy two, I think you get the third one free. But if you like that kind of stuff, go to Instagram, look up Soul Twice, give him a follow, hit him up for a drawing. He'll hook you up. Great person, by the way. They're here tonight. See, hi, I'm here. So
Yeah, he's actually
talking about you.
Yeah, he's working on a couple. I think I'm getting 4 from him. The conversation started, and I said, you know what? Yeah, I want one of these, one of those, one of those, and one of those. I'll get one for the missus. I want 3 for me.
Did you buy her a Captain Marvel one?
No. Hey, truth be told, she does not like Captain Marvel at all. Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel, that whole thing. She loves this piece of crap because she wants to get it pressed, but maybe that'll change her mind. The character, though, she really doesn't care about. She's a big Phoenix fan, so I asked for the Phoenix. So he's been posting stuff on Instagram. I told him I'm not trying to look too much because I want to be surprised. But he's done a couple of them. I think today where he was posting them as far as some of the progress he was doing for me. So I got a Galactus, the Wrecker, and Absorbing Man.
Oh, nice!
Oh,
all
the
villains.
Wrecker.
All villains, and I wanted villains that I didn't think he had done before. I think I even was like, who haven't you done? And then I was like, let me think about my favorite people. You probably haven't done any of them.
You should have done Absorbing Man.
I did Absorbing Man, the
okay.
Wrecker, and Galactus. So
you have that. I have that friend here that's a good artist, Ken Wheaton. And,
yes, he's phenomenal. He's phenomenal. I wanted to hit him up about my logo before. When you had him on the show, I was asking about it because that was incredible. Some of the stuff that he did, and I love the Simpson thing that he did for you. That was really cool.
Oh yeah, and you saw the Wonder Woman cover he did, right? That was amazing.
Yeah.
Look just like Linda Carter. He's great. And I have a blank Thor, and I want to instead of putting Thor in the cover because he's probably drawn Thor 1,000 times. I want Hela. I just think Hela would be a fantastic Thor cover.
That's cool. Man.
Hela, truth be told, next to Bullseye, Hela's my second favorite Marvel villain. Bullseye's my first. Will always be my first. I'm sorry.
I always like Mephisto because of Doctor Strange and Spider-Man, and just Mephisto's has always been great.
So since we're talking about art, and I got to show this. I did this today, finished it up.
Nice.
I was really happy with the way it turned out. Not so much the shadow, but
the colors are great too on it.
Do what?
Said the colors are fantastic too on it.
Oh, I absolutely love the markers that I got for doing stuff like that. I love them.
Yeah, I have no artistic talent at all. I can screw up a stick figure, and that's about it.
We got Lee in the house.
Yep. Just got done. They were celebrating their 500 subscriber mark. They're almost at 6 right now.
Gary Soul Twice said if you contact him, he's going to get you one too.
Oh, okay, excellent. Thank you, Soul Twice.
Let's see. Here you go.
Oh, excellent.
And I think that's the same name he goes by on Instagram, so shouldn't be hard to find. Just look for the Mando helmet.
Got him.
Awesome.
Oh, I'm following him already. I think because I followed him from your last shout out.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
All right, cool. So let's see. I'm just making sure that I've got all my ducks in a row, and Remy wants to show off his new slab.
No, they were talking about the rack hack, so I was testing out the stability, but I'm worried I'm going to cut my hands on the open glass. So,
and we all know about Remy and cutting hands.
Yeah. Well,
oddly enough, he doesn't cut his hand with a chainsaw.
I cut this finger on the cleaver last week, and then this week I cut this finger. Both middle fingers now in 2 weeks. I didn't cut myself at all last year, and now all of a sudden 2 weeks, like every week, I'm losing limbs. So I gotta rethink how I'm doing this, because I was gonna break out the chainsaw pretty soon again too, because I figured it's been a while, and now I'm like rethinking how I'm gonna do it, because the last thing I want to do is like nick my knee or something, and then actually lose like a chunk of leg, being stupid. And the worst part is, if I was doing something helpful, or if I was doing something like, I don't know, working on the house or clearing out brush or something, it's at least a story that is like meaningful, like, oh, you're helping out your family. But I'm opening up a box of comics. It's stupid. And then the video goes viral and everybody laughs at me and I have to quit. And
emergency room would have a blast with it. The doctor's talking over you while they're operating. You know what this guy did? You know what? Just half sew him up. Oh, we lost Remy again.
Oh, and that's the perfect face.
Right?
He lost part of his leg.
There he goes. Oh, he's coming back slowly.
I heard him.
I think on his side, he thinks he's talking and we're good, but there he goes. He's out. He's back.
There he is.
No audio, Remy.
That internet outage can't stop me. It's twice. So like, all right, third time I'm out for good. But for right now, still going.
We figured you had just cut another body part off and you were just kind of gracefully leaving us.
I normally don't have this much problems. I'm like yelling through the house, like if somebody's messing with the internet or not. Children like to pull wires.
It is something like, I think the first time I went live, on my channel, I lost the internet, and then I left Jason and Jimmy there, and I had to reconnect, get all back in. Like my first live, and I lost internet.
Oh man!
And they're like, "Oh!" I come back, they're like, "Oh, there he is again." I'm like, "Yeah."
Well, it's nothing like starting a live stream thinking you're rolling your intro credit, and you have people talking, going, "Are we supposed to be able to hear each other? Wait a minute. What's going on? Oh, we're live."
That was Alex. You're talking about winking?
Yes.
We're sitting back there talking. He's like, "Why can't I hear you?" I was like, "I can hear you too." And then you're like, so excited to have Wink Ink on the channel. And we're backstage like, dude, he can hear it. He has no idea that nobody can hear him right now.
Right.
And this awesome intro, and you were getting so excited. That was the thing, because it's like first big guest, and you're like getting really amped up, and we're getting amped up, and he's like, wow, he really has no clue. I was like, I don't know why we couldn't figure out why we could hear each other, which is the thing, because normally you can't hear anybody. And now it's like you can hear people backstage. So
yeah, that was the biggest flub so far. If we ever do a Let's Talk About It bloopers reel, that will be on it.
I know Panda was interviewing when he had Jim Min on. He lost power altogether and cut out and came back. And when he came back, he was on his phone with a flashlight, like on the face, like trying to talk. And it was like a flashlight with his face on a phone, and kept it going though. So I was like, yeah, good, kudos for you, man. That was awesome.
Hey, since Nick's Kicks and Comics is here, at least we know which way to point.
I always mess it up too. I'm no better than Nick at it.
He will never live that down. He was all over the place pointing at people, and now I know that I'm going to catch it too. Okay, so you got a comment from Comic A. He says, "I got to say, I love the Grow Together. I'm trying to read it. My eyesight is not as good as it once was."
I know we're all sitting here.
Right. This is
I know. Look at us. All the old guys in the room, right? Getting real close. We're all Abe Simpson in it.
Let's see here. Mastodon Comics and Music says, remember going live with Hangouts. If the showrunner lost the internet and didn't come back, the show was going to end soon after, within like 5 minutes, if I remember. Yeah, see, Nick caught that. He said that was the dance-off, yes, on Panda's show. Oh, my goodness. So there are definitely going to be, I think that ought to be a Whack Comics short. bloopers from Let's Talk About It, with internet cutting out, starting shows with being backstage and being able to hear people. But Gary, do you what else do you have coming up this week? I know you said already, but there are some people that have joined us.
I got my normal Savage Saturday review. I am a guest on Nick's channel. I don't know if it's this Friday or next Friday. I heard him say next Friday, so I got to confer with Nick when it is for 3 Up, 3 Down. And I shot another interview last night, so I'm going to be on Out of the Panels channel. Also talking about hashtag Grow Together, and just my normal stuff, old guy yelling at a camera. So that's about it. I do this in my spare time from working a bunch of hours at the day job, and this has become my peace of mind. So that's all I got coming up. I'm really looking forward to the game show. I was joking with Jamie that him and I were destined to be a holiday special. So hopefully we'll be better than the Star Wars holiday special. We'll see.
Speaking of game shows, this is going to go out in A-OK. Let me see if I can find it. I think I'm going to send this to Freaky Louie. I was trying to keep this a family-friendly show. But our Elvira that we did last night, I struggled with that one. Oh, my goodness. Remy, what you got coming up this week?
I've got 2 videos that I've done that have no audio. I need to do a Grow Together video. Yep.
Life is busy.
I didn't go to Comic Book Day today. I mean, it's been a rough week. I'm trying to catch up. Is this going to
be one of those times where I need to start messaging you every other day going, hey, you need to put some content up?
Well, the thing with Remy, right, is you never know when you're going to see him. He likes to pop in on lives. You could just go to any channel and all of a sudden there's a Remy Q presence.
Everywhere.
Right? He just pops up.
Everywhere.
It's I don't know. Like I said, I literally have. I mean, I opened up DJ Link's mystery box like 2 weeks ago. You know what I mean? And I've been itching to show everybody what I got. It's amazing. And I got no audio, so I'm trying to figure out a way around that. You know, we did an interview on Saturday that I went through and spent a long time editing with a new thing, and now it's not letting me produce it. So we'll see.
Remy, you need to run a contest, a Where's Remy contest. It's like Where's Waldo, but the people got to message you in how many channels they spotted you on, and whoever gets it right gets a prize.
You know what? That actually, hey, everybody, keep an eye out for that, because I might have that as a giveaway. I might, on like a Friday, I'll be like, name the 4 channels or the 4 shows that I was on this week, and if you saw them, and the first person to get it will win a cool prize. We'll have a slab. We'll give away a slab. Where's Remy? I like that.
There we go.
I think people should
hashtag Where's Remy. Let's get it going.
Hey, if somebody puts it out there, I'll try to show up. If they're gonna invite me, I'm all for it. I'll jump on there. I'll talk to you.
Cut finger and all.
Yeah.
Oh, and Sunday too, I'm gonna have my recap show with my buddy, my best friend Michael Clone. We recap the Falcon and Winter Soldier every week. So we start our own recap show. Something I always wanted to do with my best friend, and so we do that. We're live. We hang out, and we try to keep it to a half hour. Full spoilers though, so if you haven't watched it, don't tune in.
So. I think I'm thinking, and I didn't write this down, so I want to try to be as correct as I can. We've got Small Town Collectibles, who is very near 600 subscribers.
Right, $5.99.
If you are not subscribed to Jimmy over at Small Town Collectibles, you need to go over there right now, sub him up, because I'm going to tell you, he is one of those channels again that is criminally undersubscribed. He puts out great content, new comic book day content, 10 questions. I mean, he is doing some great stuff over there. Then Legion of Comics, I think, is about to or just hit 600. And then there was one more.
Slotted up 503.
Slotted up 503, yeah.
And PSA Tendencies, too. They were 6 away from 100.
Yep.
PSA Tendencies, and they may have gotten there tonight. I don't know. I know they put their link in the chat, so if you're not subscribed, that would be a good way to branch out. And maybe some of the positivity from the comic book community can bleed over into the sports cards community, and we'll see this thing get even bigger, and we can all just be one big community.
Right?
Because, I mean, we all got to get along in the world of YouTube, so.
We'll spread faster than COVID, right?
And we won't even have to wear a mask doing it.
Right, exactly. There you go. Well, I look better with a mask on, so it's not a bad thing for me.
I have to wear the mask now just to hide the maskne, because they keep the schoolhouse so hot where I work, and it's awful. But
how do you guys do it with the big beards, though? That must be uncomfortable, pushing the beard down. No,
it's not too bad. It's a little more sweaty, but we won't get into that. Be sure to tune in to DJ Links' channel this Friday night for his In the Mix with DJ Links, and Jim Mint Collectibles is going to be on there. DJ. So since DJ's not here, people can tell him we gave him a plug, because he'll feel shorted if we didn't, right?
Yep. My brother, I love him.
I mean, there's so many great things. Whack Comics has great shorts. If you haven't watched those and you really want a good laugh, you've got to watch the Whack Comic shorts.
Sticky Fingers had me rolling.
Oh, God, yes. Sticky Fingers. And I'm still not sure if Tyler is overeating the ice cream comics, but that was tough to watch. I couldn't imagine having to do that, and I wonder how many times he threw up after he did it. But can't even get that image out of my head.
Oh, I have to go check that one out. I haven't seen it yet.
Just prepare yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, they had a punch a Nazi in the face controversy. So it's everybody's putting out great stuff. Nick's Kicks and Comics, Slotted Up. I mean, they've got great series out. 3 Up, 3 Down, Rigged. I mean, you've got plenty of content out there to go watch. I know Gary B would be happy knowing that we say this, but go out and watch some of this stuff because it's a good way to network. It's a good way to make new friends. Because when you enter the Crazy House on Let's Talk About It, you become a friend, and friends do anything they can to help each other out. And I think that from what he said, that was one of his visions, is just helping each other out along the way. And you know, we're very thankful that Gary B took his time to come on the channel tonight.
Thank you.
Well, no, it was my honor for you guys to have me. You guys are incredible. Like I said, I'm a nobody talking books. That's all I am. I'm just an average guy.
Well, I mean, I'm sure that everybody in the chat right now is giving you a standing ovation, and honestly, I know that you're a modest person and you don't like the praise so much, but you deserve it because I think you've done something very good here that's going to draw a lot of people closer together, and it's going to be a boom and make this community grow. So, you know, well done. I think the Grow Together hashtag should just keep going and going and going. So,
hopefully, we can be the biggest community on YouTube and the most supportive.
That would be awesome. And guys, help each other grow. If you see somebody in the chat tonight that you haven't seen before, if you see somebody new, comment, go like their channel. I mean, we did this the other night during a live Monday night when I just jumped on and kind of opened stuff and shot the breeze with people. Go like channels. Comment Burrito. Go like those guys. They put together some great videos. They have some great lives. They're hilarious. Nick's Kicks and Comics is killing it right now. Again, criminally undersubscribed. Slotted Up. I could keep going, but in the honor of Gary B and his Grow Together, put Grow Together in all of your videos. Make it noticeable so people see it. And I'm done. I'm off my soapbox. I'm getting out from behind the podium. So, guys, do you have anything else you want to say before we call it a night?
Thank you, everyone that came out to watch us. Thank you, everyone who supported me or the hashtag Grow Together movement initiative, and just keep building everybody else up. And like one of my favorite sayings from the Kennedy speech, right? A rising tide floats all boats. All right, we're the boats. The community's the tide. Let's keep it going. Let's all float together and just be successful. And until next time, guys, keep it casual.